Hey everyone, Pam Bam Richard here. Welcome back to the Tales of Marathon Stream 3, Day 4, as we have some more things to wrap up with Tales of Eternia. Just give me a moment as I update some of the assets right over here. So, we now need to find the greater Kramos of Inferior. And we're going to start off with the Undini stream. Oh my gosh, I'm still... Playing this game really puts a smile on my face. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I feel rejuvenated. I feel really good. I feel ready to go and tackle this dungeon. Undini stream is pretty self-explanatory though. Like, apparently my notes say that, so I'm gonna believe my notes. Alright. Problem is that both Keel and Merity are kind of low on the TP side of things, and I'm noticing I'm not doing too many damage to these crushed tortoise. It's crushed turtles or whatever. So, we're also getting a lot of damage too. Okay, this is a bad start so far. I'm still trying to get warmed up to the battle system. For those who are tuning in, I mentioned earlier today that I have not touched this game for 3 months. Because this was the first game I was most excited to practice first. And because of that, I didn't get a chance to practice this game again since then. Only because, like, a lot of it is like, well... If I went to practice just for a gameplay perspective, it means that I have to keep mashing through cutscenes, and I couldn't find the time to do that because I also had to practice Vesperia and Berseria as well. So unfortunately, I couldn't quite get it right at the end of the day with regards to finding the time for this game, but I'll do my best based on what I was able to remember and whatnot. I still have the PSP version. I have the PS1 version, but lost the PSP version. Oh, that's really unfortunate, because the PSP version definitely is a lot better than the PS1 version. I'd like to say so too. Also, oh wait, never mind. I thought you could cook multiple times. I guess I don't remember things. Still, I'm still trying to get back into the vibe of playing Tales of Eternia, but. Let's just keep on walking along here as we're going to pick up a Poison Charm, which is going to be pretty useful. Crossover over here. Bring ourselves up over here to pick up a Feather Robe. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of items in dungeons. And that's why I'm not really too particular about finding stuff, even though I was very particular earlier when I was trying to find that one equipment shop, which apparently doesn't actually exist. But I'm starting to remember a bit more about this game, and basically the key is that you should worry more about your supplies than your equipment early game, as far as I understand. After trying to get back onto the onto the grind of this game. So I demonstrated the everybody jumping thing. Everybody can also group together by holding down on the PSP thumb pad. When it comes to the PS1 version, I think you have to hold L1 and press up, and L1 and press down, which is similar to games like, maybe she should wear the Poison Charm that I'm wearing. Probably a good idea. In other words, let's give her a Panacea bottle. Oh. She also knows Detoxify, which I think she was gonna do right there. But, yeah, I believe it's like pressing or holding L1 and doing it, but it's much more smoother to do it on the PSP, I find, compared to the PS1. That's definitely for sure. And also faster load times. Did I mention faster load times? Yes, I did, but I can't get over it because the load times in the PS1 version aren't well, once you go PSP, it's going to be hard to go back. That's what I'm going to say. This is a very good port of the PS1 version, I like to say. Everything's a bit more widescreen, faster loading times. The only issues that I could think of are, I guess, like, dub exclusive, because, localization exclusive, because, there was a thing about the PSP version where it's like there are some versions of the game where, had a glitch where if you're trying to do one puzzle in the dungeon around Act 2, I want to say, it gets a little bit... there's a chance where it could potentially glitch and you can't progress any further. They call it the Volt glitch, so I guess you can understand what tempo we'd be running into when we get to that point. But thankfully, I was kind of weary about the version of this game that I got a long time ago. So I thought, I didn't think I was going to do it, but I practiced it this year and I was able to do it just fine. So it looks like that's why I opted to go with this PSP version halfway through the preparation of the marathon.
Let's do it.
Let's see here. Let's kill some egg bears here. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You know what? I'm rediscovering enemy sets. I don't remember the werebear at all. What? War Bear! That's an even better name! Holy smokes! War Bear! Let's go, let's go. Okay, hold up, hold up. I think this War Bear might cause us a lot of trouble though. Oh my gosh, actually it might be a good idea to run. Running is okay if you need to escape. If you feel like you are at a disadvantage, run away. But yeah, War Bear, that's an awesome name. Poor heal though. Let's heal things up over here. You like the Melnix translation clips? Well, I'm glad you're able to enjoy them. The whole point of this is so that, you know, we all explore and learn a bit about the Tales series some more, even for long-time fans and whatnot. Let's get some apple gels about, but I think we're kind of running a bit low here. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess like maybe my notes overestimated how well my gameplay prowess may potentially be for this, even though I was like I'm 3 months too early to think that way. But hey, we're going forward, I suppose.
Let's do it.
I guess like when it comes to other flaws that come to mind, it's like I did mention this earlier when Sheena was on. Like the graphics that show up whenever you enter a new town, I want to say they suffered in this port. I want to say they're much better presented in the PS1 version, because yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate to see the sacrificed quality that you see because of the transition from PS1 to PSP. The PSP has a few graphical effects which are busted in relation to the PS1 version too, but you can count them on one hand. I don't know about those ones. I'm kind of curious to hear what those are all about. We got a mace for Keel, and you could also set an auto cook, but I want to be very conservative about my auto cook with the garden salad. But you know what? Now that I think about it, who's best with the fruit juice? Oh, it's Reid. So the cool thing about this game is that you can find out when you first prepare a recipe, you're not going to know who's good at it until you choose. So you'll notice it by the musical note. I opted to try out Keel first thing if I remember anything, but I forgot Keel's not quite the optimal cook for many things. So turns out Reid is best for fruit juice.
Let's do it.
A big one is with the final one with the final boss. Okay, I'll be mindful of that once we get there. Hopefully by day 3. Now I'm saying hopefully by day 3 for a different perspective, because for those who may be tuning in, this game is short. If you were around for Vesperia, this game, if I were to do it 4 hours a day, we would probably finish it by day 2. So that's why I opted to get myself longer breaks and less time spent on playing the game per day. So we'll see how it goes. I think we're okay though. I think we're going to be okay, because I just reviewed the footage that I had with regards to how long it took me to beat it, and even like I guess we'll see what happens, basically is what I'm trying to say.
No problem.
Eternia is short. Well, a lot of old games, they more so rely on the player being lost. If you and thankfully I know where to go for the most part. I'm also basing it off of memories, but my notes here kind of help me with where to navigate and whatnot. So my only issue here is that I'm kind of doing pretty bad in terms of damage and whatnot, because I'm just starting to get used to playing Eternia again. Okay, is this a good time to run? Let's see. Don't I have new arts? I do have new arts. Wait a second. Let's get Swarm in. Let's get Demon Hammer in. Now we're cooking. Let's go. Demon Hammer. I love the translation Demon Hammer personally, but that's just me. Okay. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too aggressive here. Okay, I'm getting really... Oh, that frog might be an issue. This is a good wake-up call for somebody like me who hasn't played this game for 3 months. So let's just see how we're gonna keep pushing here as Reid is gonna take a nap, I guess. This is really not a good start, but let's oh, Farah's good with the... Oh, that restored a lot more than I expected. Oh, wow. That might be more viable than using TP to heal. Frog's too strong. Please nerf. Yes, I agree. Maybe we should just... Oh, this is actually a camp point. I'm slowly remembering the dungeon here now. This is a pretty short dungeon as well. The Bamco difficulty adjustment patch. Well, I'm currently playing through hard right now. It could also help with the length of this portion, because if I played on normal, it might be a little bit too... even shorter, basically.
It's been a long time since I last saw a human.
The greater Kreml, Undini?
Ooh,
I just like... I love playing... I don't know, I guess it might be a thing for me, but I really love going back and playing 2D games. 2D games are like... I don't know. There's something particular that is very nostalgic. It's the sprites, most likely, but there's just something about it that I feel like is still an art that could be delivered today, but Bamco... Well, what sells now is 3D games, which I understand, but there's still a part of me that wishes somewhere, some way, someday that Bamco balances out the 2D and 3D output like they used to back in the day. Last time we had a 2D release was Tales of Fantasia Narukiri Dungeon Cross. And it's a little bit unfortunate, really, because I feel like something like this could still be brought back someday. Merity, you're a little bit too blunt with that.
We need the greater Kreml's power. Won't you help us?
I understand how rude this request must seem.
That's a good point there, Chase.
In that case, I shall see if your actions speak as loud as your words.
Oh, you know what? Undini's voice is like the same as another NPC later on in the game. I just recognized it now. Huh. I'll point out the character once we get there, of course. I think this is also a campsite too, so we could heal a little bit.
She wants us to fight her.
Ah, these kids.
She's a greater Kreml. We can't win.
Reid's being a bit more of a realist right
testing
now.
Our power. We've got to give it our all.
Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. No problem.
Hey, there you go, Farah. Are there any planned guests today? Well, we had Sheena earlier, and if everything's still good to go, I think Verchase in the chat will be joining in later as well. And that's pretty much it for today. Okay, let's hope these aren't frogs, which they are, so let's just do Sonic Blades, shall we? This seems like a safe strat. I like this strat. It's very nice, it's very safe, it's to the point. Oh, they're getting closer. Okay. Get spectacles going. Oh, geez, they really do have a lot of... Okay, I need some lightning here. Whenever you're ready, Merity, it would be lovely if you could start doing some attack magic. And now I'm remembering that. Now I'm remembering the importance of the strats, because if you don't set them up, then they won't do well in battle. You want to set them up really properly here, because it's an old Tales game. Alright, let's get a Sonic Blade going. Okay, we're handling this much better because we all got healed during that cutscene with Undine. Alright, let's cross over here. I think there's an item down here. There you go, got a Hydra Dagger? Oh, great. That'd be the perfect weapon for Undine.
Let's do it.
Alright, we got more of these Crushers and Forest Hawks. These look like... If I keep running, though, I'm not gonna get natural EXP. I need some natural EXP. I like how, like, because, like, Vesperia, I've been dodging encounters, and the plan for Berseria is also to dodge encounters. Unfortunately, because Eternia doesn't have a grade shop, I have to do my encounters, and I'm a little bit... I'm not worried for a timing sense. I'm worried about like how I'm conditioning myself here, because like look at all my resources, they're all going down. Also the damage that I'm taking and things like that. It's something that I have to be extra mindful for this playthrough of the marathon. See if we can sneak ourselves down here and not run into another encounter. Okay, got our apple shield. Oh, this is gonna be good, I think, because the apple shield, does it have a healing property? No, I'm thinking of a different shield. Never mind. Okay, it's 2 starfish. Thankfully, these starfish aren't as lethal as in other games, I want to say. I hope I'm right. And I forgot to prepare some recipes as well, so I hope we'll be okay as we keep on pushing forward here. Let's see. Sneak on over to the right. Tails of starfish can be awful. Yes, it can. Those who say otherwise, I don't know what to say. But are we going to go straight to the fight? Okay, we get to save a little bit. This would be a good moment to save. Oh, I don't remember which games had starfish outside of Eternia. Symphonia, Graces has them. I hate the ones in Graces personally, but it's been a long time since I played that game too. Are we out of lettuce? We're out of lettuce. Okay. Maybe get some orange gels around. I'm really worried about this. It's been a while since I felt this worried because there hasn't been any practice going on for me, but let's see how we're gonna do it. I don't think Houdini is that bad. That's what my notes say. Oh, actually, there's one art that I have to be mindful of. Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but this, a lot of the Kramos that you see in this game, they're like the similar designs you see in like Narukiri Dungeon 2 and Narukiri Dungeon 3. So, like, I feel familiar with designs that I'm seeing right now for Undini, for example. Okay, here we go. This is... let's see how much I remember. This would be our first actual boss fight, I like to say, because it has its own boss music. Houdini here, I think it's the one thing we've got to be mindful of is one particular art. But right now, I'm just having Merity cast Lightning, Keel cast Fireball, and let's just see what we're dealing with here. Reverse, please. Get out of there. So you want to reverse formation in 2D. Reversing formation is very important. Oh, guys, please stay back. And because, like, if the enemies you're fighting go on your side of the screen, you want to make sure you order your party members to go the other way. If not, they're gonna have a very bad day. All right, let's just keep on going here. Oh, that accuracy! Oh my gosh, Merity's accuracy did not work well there. So there's a thing that I mentioned in the very beginning, that accuracy is a thing in this game, and if you have low accuracy, then hits will not register. So it's gonna be really rough, essentially. I thought this was gonna be okay, but it looks like we're kind of struggling a bit. Let's see. Let's get some lightning blades in. Farah's low on that TP, so I need her to use it. Okay, we're down half HP a little bit. So this is also an old school game where, in order to check HP, you have to constantly keep using the magic lens or the spectacles that they localize here in this game. Okay, first, use a melange stuff, Farah, please, and thank you. And secondly, Keel, please use an orange gel, please. Thank you and please. Oh, jeez. And, finally, let's, Keel, why did you... Oh, Keel. We're on reverse. Why did you run toward... Oh my gosh. Keel, you did not need that extra damage. Oh no. Guys! Alright, hold up. Need a melange for myself. Let's get a Majin Cannon. And... spectacles, please. Oh, jeez.
Lightning blade.
Subterranean Divide? Huh? What art is that? How did I not make a note of that art? Okay. Get a... I only have one... Damn, I only have one life bottle! Guys, don't die, please. Don't die. For the love of everything, please don't die. Please don't die. We gotta get the kill! You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Is this gonna... Oh my gosh. Keel, no! Okay.
Impressive.
It's gonna be like this, isn't it? Is everyone gonna play this game? Alright. Alright. Okay. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? That's why I wish I was able to have like a skip feature or something in this game. I mean, obviously this game is an old game, so I can't really wish it upon it, but for myself personally, I kind of wish I had like a skip so it could help me like figure things out or something. Should have used a totally useful party jump. It actually could have helped. It actually really could have helped. Alright, well, we got our first actual skill here for one of our folks, so I really hope that we can not run into any more issues here. I really hope so. You know, like, because, like, before when I was practicing this, I was able to get it just fine and dandy, but I guess, like, now it's like, oh, no. It's time to flub up a lot, huh? So, that means Farah and Merity are behind by 2 levels. Alright, we're off to a great start. Let's keep on going here. Yeah, that's really not good. That's really not good. I thought... I remember that I thought Undine was an easy Kreml, but apparently not. Okay, well, anywho. Let's fight 8 enemies. Just like how Vesperia wanted to show off that they had multiple enemies on the field, Eternia wanted to do that as well. Okay. Do it over? No, I'm not doing it over. I mean, I know we have a lot of... I know I said that this game is flexible, but I also want to meet my checkpoints. I want to meet my checkpoints at the very least. Cause yeah, let's just see what we have here. Just push forward, and I believe we have another camp scene. After every boss fight, we always like rest afterwards. And well, I really do like the dynamics between Reid, Keel, and Farah, because you can tell they're childhood friends, and like. Farah's the one that really keeps them together, and Reid and Keel eventually grow to understand each other as the adventure goes on.
I'm not quite sure, but it's said that there are generally 4 main types. Water, fire, and wind, the 3 basic Kremls, and the light Kreml, which unify...
And it's where we get something a little bit different here, because in Tales of Fantasia, the game before, well, 2 games before this, they usually keep, like, spirits a little bit more consolidated together, but here we don't have to worry about, like, 4 spirits here. We only have to worry about fire, water, wind, and light. So, it's kind of like already a difference from that perspective, but Eternia does take, like, a lot of, like, jumps and risks with regards to the evolution of the series, because like a big part of it is like, well, Fantasia and Destiny PSX gameplay, while it was good for their time, it was particularly a bit of a slower pace. Eternia, they started to break the mold of what those 2 games established, and it started to make it a little bit more faster paced and a better action, I'd like to say. And it just keeps on going higher from here, because right after Eternia, we just played Destiny 2 afterwards. And it was just Destiny 2. I personally really liked 2, because like that was technically the first quote-unquote Blast Caliber game, and it was just that was a fun experience in itself. That was when it really started to that game really set off a lot of standards for the Tales of series in the future. I used to think it was always about Symphonia, but After I played Tales of Destiny 2, I was like, whoa.
Greater Cremos without the
Symphonia wasn't the game that really started off with this kind of stuff. Like, Destiny 2 was the one that set the standard, the foundation. So, it was really cool to see, to discover that when I played through it 2 years ago.
Decided then. Our next destination
Did I beat Vesperia yesterday? Yes, I did. We managed to beat the final boss with the special Mystic Art, so... We were overtime, but as you are aware, Brave Berseria, sorry, I naturally say Vesperia after that, but generally speaking, yeah, essentially we managed to finish Vesperia.
Mandy, have faith in our king, okay?
I think the literal Melnix segment from earlier translated some of these scenes. I was expected to finish Undini's stream afterwards, but I did not expect wandering around Minch to sort of lose time, basically. Alright, so now we're gonna go to...
Let's do it.
I screwed up my synopsis before the break. I said earlier we were gonna go to the castle, but no, now we're gonna go to the castle, because before we need to see Keel's mentor, Professor Mazette. So now that we've done that, now we need to go to the Inferior Capital. Pardon me. Am I planning on getting the optional characters? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Let's keep moving on forward here. I think I could get this. I've got to grab this treasure chest earlier. Iron Wrist. That's going to be very useful for any of these people. It would have been useful earlier, but hey, we just keep on going. I don't like this enemy set, but maybe we're stronger now to beat him. Guys, why are you guys going towards me? This is not a good formation. Okay, maybe we should run, because Meridy's taking a lot of damage already. Get out of here. This set is not good. Retreating is not bad, as long as it's better to survive, you know? Alright. Let's get a healer in. Healer. Oops. Yeah, that should be good. Man. Okay, I think I'm starting to get my vibe again with Eternia a bit. The gears are starting to grind. So let's keep pushing forward here and see if we... You know what's funny? Because of how many encounters we avoided in Vesperia, I'm really not used to encounters anymore in Tales games. I should be, but for marathon pace, I didn't need them, especially for Berseria, which will be starting off on Monday. But it's just kind of weird where it's like I'm now fighting encounters again and I'm just letting it happen. But thankfully these encounters don't last too long. Well, if you find yourself in a bad scenario, run. Run. It's worth it to survive and to get the EXP. But let's see if we can try to get the EXP here, as I completely contradict myself. Alright. Get a Sonic Blade in. Alright, how many people in the chat have played Eternia? I'm guessing there are plenty of you who have, based on the comments that I'm seeing, but if this is your first time, I hope I can do my best to accommodate, essentially. Because, I wish I could have practiced this more, but it is what I see in front of me. Okay, let's see. We're leaving the dungeon right now, actually, so... Oh, I thought there was a cutscene going on here. So we're gonna leave the dungeon, unless we fight the same frog set again. Okay, we got a couple people who played it, yes. The people who I expected, okay. Long time ago since I revisited. Oh, I wish I revisited Tales more. Well, you know, if you don't have the time, then it's perfectly fine. Like, do the best that you can based on the schedule and life that you live. Lightning Blade. You know what's bad? My bad habit right now is that, like, I'm constantly using slash attacks and not using thrust attacks. Because, once again, this game has a particular EXP sort of experience, no pun intended, where you gotta, like, boost your slash and thrust levels, which aren't clearly marked on your status screen how much of that level has boosted. So that's only based on your basic slash and thrust skills, and you need to use it a lot in order to essentially unlock arts. And you have to do it for Reid, and you have to do it for Farah. Because Farah's are fist and... Oh, it's that war bear! Gotta run away from the war bear. That's such an... Wait, can we do it with spread? Maybe we could do it with spread. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Come on. We could get a demon hammer in. We might be able to beat the war bear. But yeah, we need to boost up our basic usage of thrust and slash in order to learn arts. And that's why they kind of bring back thrust and slash for Symphonia and Vesper. No, Symphonia only. But it wasn't really emphasized compared to this game. Let's see here. Let's prepare some fruit juice. Yeah, Dragon Master, I'm playing the PSP version of the game. Playing on my actual device here. Oh no, more war bears. Well, we were able to deal with 2 and 1 war bear. What's an extra egg bear, right? And I'm pretty sure this is where egg bears debuted. Like, if I'm fighting associations between Vesperia and Eternia, yeah, egg bears, but Berseria doesn't have any egg bears, so that's what that is. Let's see here. Let's get another Demon Hammer. Keel's on the other side, but let's keep him doing his thing. Yes, we can beat the War Bear! And we got a new skill. I think it was like based on Slash, maybe. Let's see what our new skill is. Demon Lightning Hammer! Oh yeah, now we're in for the ride. Now we're in for the ride. Now Reid will be draining his TP like no other. Okay. Demon Lightning Hammer. Ah, that just sounds like it's. I remember playing this game like on emulator like years ago, and like Demon Lightning Hammer. It's so weird, but I like it. I like it. I love the art names in this game because they're so different, and also they sound so menacing in a sense. Well, actually, most of them. I like Demon Fang more than Sonic Blade, but Sonic Blade. This game's localization overall is just charming. Like, there's a charm to this game. There's a particular way that this game was made that was very, very much, you could tell there's a lot of love and care in it. We can take down these enemies very simply now. I'm going back to Moral to restock on items, and we should be good to go, basically. It's unnecessarily long, but the art is up. Heck yeah! Like, this game, Demon Lightning Hammer is the best name ever. It's like War Bear. Oh, this game is fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna have to rest at an inn first, and I need to restock on lettuce because we're running low on supplies for our garden salad. Let's see here. Grab some apple gels. Maybe grab a couple of holy bottles just in case. Spectacles, orange gels. And oh, we need life bottles. What am I doing? Okay, let's ring down the apple gels a bit. Apparently I'm gonna be running into some more life bottles in the next dungeon. So maybe bring down the holy bottles to 2, I guess. Sell? Yeah, we could definitely sell some stuff though, but it looks like just some equipment that I'm screwing up a bit here. Let's get our optimals going. I guess that looks better. Okay, let's start selling off some of our equipment because, thankfully, unlike the other 2 games in this marathon, both Berseria and Vesperia, equipment here is just your usual equipment. Once you're done with them, sell. So, thankfully, it'll help me keep track of my gold a lot better after I get to certain points and whatnot. I do want to keep my Night Saber though, at the very least. I do like how they do bring back the Night Saber. I always remember the Night Saber for... Oh, actually, we got a Hydra Dagger. Which... Oh, I hated Hydra Dagger in Symphonia, but it's okay here in this game because of accuracy. But I remember I always remember the Night Saber for being the optimal weapon to have when you get through Fantasia in the beginning. But that aside, let's get 2 life bottles with the new money that we made, 1 more holy bottle, and let's head over to the top right over here, and we'll get some more ingredients. Somewhere around here. Alright, I think I need lettuce. I definitely need some lettuce, and I definitely need some cucumbers, so I think I bought 10 tomatoes at Minch, and I might only have 6 left. Let's see. Cook. Oh, I only have 4 left. Oh, that's not good. Well, in that case, I might as well overload on the fruits then. Give me the lemon, give me the strawberry, give me the Karima. I'll talk more about Karima later, but Symphonia fans, you all know what Karima are like, so I'll definitely address it once we get to a certain point later on. I do want to get some other things here, like sandwich here. We got bread, cheese, and lettuce. We're low on cheese. Maybe I should buy additional lettuce just in case, because I just noticed that the sandwich does restore a lot of HP, so might as well buy it. Recipes are going to be your best friend early game, that's for sure. Maybe 2 more bread and 2 more cheese. Okay, now I think I'm safe. Double check real quick. Orange, yeah, okay, should be good. Wait, what's going on with the Final Fantasy IV? I don't know too much about Final Fantasy, so I think I say that so many times, but maybe some people don't know that. There's a Pixel remaster? Oh, neat. A friend of mine actually is getting me to play Final Fantasy right now, so I'm trying to get through 4 on the DS, and it's been pretty interesting so far.
Let's do it.
Mocking Plant? Oh, I forgot to sleep at the inn. Maybe we should run away first. Maybe we should run away and rest at the inn. Let's do that, shall we? Where was the inn? The inn was somewhere up here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it's the second... I think it's this one, actually. Oh, no. It's the one afterwards. Somewhere up here, if I recall correctly. No, it's the first one, not the second one. Alright, got it. 30 gold. It's a pretty good bargain, if you ask me. Hey, got a day off from work today. Oh, hey, Beryllium, how's it going? BerylliumCoffee is the one who made the Reid art on the stream right now. Be sure to visit the Twitter account for BerylliumCoffee to check out some of his artwork and whatnot. It's really good. Really good stuff. 400 DS isn't bad, but I love sprites. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Like, I like sprites too, but I want to get into Final Fantasy. It's a long story. Anywho, let's just keep pushing forward right over here and run into an encounter.
Let's do it.
Ooh, 2 thugs. Let's go. Alright, I think we should be okay now, basically. Because now we're going to be moving on to the next dungeon, and this next dungeon is... oh, this next dungeon. If you thought you missed non-linear dungeons, well, this one could get you lost very, 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 very quickly. I made a map. Oh, jeez, what's that? Yo, what's the war bear doing something like Kuma from Tekken? It kind of looked like it was doing that a little bit. Not gonna lie. Let's see, let's get a Sonic Blade in there. Let's get a Demon Hammer. Alright. The next upcoming place, I made a map. And the thing is, if what was I looking for? If the skit at the end of this dungeon practically was my reaction, like the face that Reid makes. Like, yeah, that was me after going through it the first time. I keep doing just slashes. I gotta do thrust. Gotta remember to do thrust because I want to get some good combos after. Now for an Eternia Pixel remaster. I wish. Bamco's not Square. That's all there is to it. You can get away. Square can get away with it. Bamco, they might be at a deficit if they committed to it. I rather the Tales series at the end of the day. With regards to my own wishes for the franchise, at the end of the day still want it to be alive and kicking. I mean, I still miss my Department Heaven games since Sting left from Atlas for some reason. But that aside, yeah, this place right here, this dungeon, the Forest of Temptation. So I made a map. Let's see if I can make it. First place I'm gonna have to go to. I'm gonna need to move to the right here. Why does this song sound very familiar? I feel like I heard it from another game before. maybe it's just me being crazy and just the amount of time I spent doing the map. But in any case, let's just keep moving forward here. What do I need to go now? I need to go into an encounter. Let's do this. Yes. Ghouls. Oh, I remember these enemies straight up from Narikiri Dungeon as well. A lot of enemies in the Narikiri Dungeon games come from Eternia. They're all assets from Eternia, essentially, which is cool. Because, like, I remember, because, like, Narikiri Dungeon 3 was my first import game that I got way back in 2006. And Narikiri Dungeon 3, I played that game after I played through Fantasia, my second Tales of game on GBA. So I started with Symphonia, then I played Fantasia on GBA, and then I played Narikiri Dungeon 3 before I played Abyss, if I'm getting my timeline correct. It might have been hand in hand, because I feel like I played Narikiri Dungeon 3 before... oh wait, I'm already lost. Hold up. Let me focus on what I need to do first, actually. I'll talk more about that story after I figure this forest out. So, let's... This is actually really important. I don't want to be... This isn't like Vesperia, where I could just, like, casually go through it. No, we got this. We got this.
Let's do it.
We got this. Okay. Oh, these skeletons... Actually, no. Run away from skeletons. These skeletons are cakewalk in Narikiri Dungeon, but they're really bad in this. I remember, skeletons are bad. Run away from skeletons. Okay. Okay, we got a silk cloak. That's perfect for Merity. Alright. And right over here, we're gonna start to activate the means of puzzle 1 of 2. Alright, so basically, as the text here says, we need to have these statues facing each other. And there are 5 statues throughout this dungeon in order to rotate them. It's an easy puzzle, really, but basically, you need to know the names of each one of these, like Deity of Confusion, Deity of Order, Deity of Creation, and Deity of Destruction. But the only 2 you really need to worry about are Confusion and Creation. So we're gonna find Confusion and Creation and make sure that we get them loud and clear. And oh my gosh, I'm getting like the painful flashbacks of preparing for this entire dungeon. So I'm kind of glad that I have this map in front of me, or else I would certainly lose my mind. Let's try that again. Thank you, Farah. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to run into this encounter, of course. Skeletons. Whenever you see a skeleton, run, 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 run. Thank you. Look how much damage Merity already took. Look at that damage. Okay. Let's get a healer going on here. Boom, boom, boom. And also prepare fruit juice. Prepare fruit juice. Thank you, Reid. Okay. And let's get a Misty Robe going. This will be for Keel. And alright, let's see where I'm going right now. C5, B5. I'm not lost yet. No, I'm not. B5. Okay, I gotta go all the way to the top left corner of this map. Okay. I can't believe how long... Oh, no, there's specters here. Okay, so specters here, they will suck your HP. Run! Run! That's all I gotta say about that. If you sneak up over here, we'll get ourselves a life bottle. Very nice. And if you climb up here, we found the Deity of Destruction, which is not the one I'm supposed to go to. I'm clearly not reading my notes. Okay, but at least we got our life bottle, so that's good. Okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. I swear. Alright. The one we're supposed to go to is actually further up north. As long as I remember where I need to turn it. I think the first one that we see up north here, we have to turn it towards the right. Okay. Let's prepare another sandwich. Let's prepare another sandwich. Let's sandwich another prepare. Thank you. And let's see. Now I gotta go. Now I have to go towards the right here, I think, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think this was like a dungeon song from like one of the... Oh, it's Tempest! I think this song might be in Tempest. Now that I'm listening to it, I think this might be a Tempest song. It sounds a little bit familiar to it. Do anybody who knows Tempest, do you all know that one song that plays? Like, it's like the one in the forest. I know it's not, like, specific to what I'm trying to say, but basically, there's a forest in that game where it's like, it kind of sounds similar to this one. Yeah, see, Beryllium, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why it sounds familiar. I was like, I could have sworn I heard this song recently that wasn't Eternia. Okay, let's get another heal here. Okay, let's head on further down. Make an east. Go east, I guess. Like, if I could remember the song, like, if I could find the link, I would link it, but I'm kind of streaming right now. Okay. There's something going to pick up here, but you don't want to turn the statue here. We're going to pick up a syrup bottle.
Let's do it.
Ghouls. Okay, we can take down ghouls. Gotta remember to thrust. If you don't thrust it, you're not going to get arts. Speaking of arts, yeah, we didn't get anything yet. I love Demon Lightning Hammer, but I'm not going to use it just yet, because it's a little bit of a waste of TP at the moment. Oh dear. Alright, alright. So far so good. We're getting some natural EXP. Yeah, I need to find that one track or something and listen to it again, because it sounds a little bit familiar. Okay, pine gel, very nice, early in the game. Okay, so we got our pine gel. What does that mean now? Okay, now I gotta make it to... I have to go south. No, I don't. I have to go east. I have to go east and pick this treasure up and turn it to the left, and we're good. Okay, that's part one of the puzzle. As we go into another encounter over here with more ghouls and a Grim Reaper is trouble. Grim Reaper can teleport behind your party and kill them. So destroy the Grim Reaper first, which we're able to do, thankfully. But after the Grim Reaper, things should be okay from here on forward. Okay, I think I'm getting my groove a bit. I hope. Oh jeez. Wait a second! Okay, thank you. I'm not too familiar with that status ailment, but it happened, so let's go. Okay. Let's prepare another fruit juice here. And, let's get a healer in. Is it petrification? I thought petrification looked a bit different in this game. I guess I'm crazy. Now we're gonna have to go back up. And further up. And head to the left. And retrace our steps all the way back to the very beginning. To where we first saw those statues.
Let's do it.
Am I ready for this next fight? Maybe. The Grim Reaper did go down really quickly, though, so let's see if we can keep it up. Alright. Demon Hammer, Demon Lightning Hammer. Oh, that's such a classic! I love this game! You could tell that I was most looking forward to this game out of the 3 games of the marathon, that's for sure. I'm so happy this went in. I'm so happy this one got voted for. Alright. So let's get ourselves a let's prepare fruit juice, very nice, and let's head further on south here. And I think if we keep quickie even the game gives you mercy to know where to go. All right, I think it gave us mercy, right? I hope so. Quickie, where'd you go? Quickie. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Quickie. Alright. That's part 1 of this dungeon. Numero 1. First portion. And every time we get to the halfway point of a dungeon, we'll always camp and have a conversation. So it's a nice flow for this game, I personally think.
If we somehow gather all the greater Kremls, what do we do then?
it's a shame because, like, as much as I love this game, it goes by really quickly. Because I wish I could have, like, ended the break session early and just continue playing, but well, I want this game to last for 3 days. Again, it's a complete opposite problem that I had with Vesperia, where that was hard to fit in 3 days for it being long. This is hard to fit in for 3 days because of it being too short. That's all good things must come to an end, as the saying goes.
The two
But
worlds have been out of contact for
yeah,
2,000 years.
I'm gonna enjoy the time as much as I can.
I came on a Craymel craft. It can fly in the skies.
That's nonsense. That kind of technology is impossible.
Oh, Keel.
Maybe you've never heard of it, but we saw it with our own eyes.
Oh, Keel, open your eyes a little bit. I rag on Keel, but Keel becomes better later on in this game. Like, all these characters become better later on in this game. Like, maybe better is a bit of a subjective term. I mean to say they have development, and I'm such a character person that I appreciate growth in characters throughout the story. Maybe it's a basic thing, but you know what? It's part of why I like playing the Tales games, because they always, like, emphasize character growth, I feel.
That would create a problem with the conservatism principle.
Keel,
Keel, you dork.
Well, let me first see the craft. After I measure the
Is Keel on the same level of Rita in terms of these kind of explanations? I suppose, but it's not. It's more like we're learning along with Keel, so that's what kind of makes it a little bit more interesting for me.
Many pieces.
Night of Conspiracy for Tempest. Okay, I'll see if I can look into that, Beryllium. But thanks for looking into that, I appreciate it.
It was pretty scary.
Oh, I just love playing this game. It's so nostalgic for a good reason. Big memories of just playing on my old 4x3 monitor, just rolling through this game. Good times, good times. Alright. So we're now in part 2 of this dungeon, and I believe part 2 involves having to destroy a bunch of enemies, specific enemies. I want to see if I have my notes here properly. Alright, let's do this, guys. We got this. Iki Iki Do. Monster Pirate, let's go. Okay, so I guess first thing we're gonna go is pick this treasure chest up and head downwards. No, actually, wait. Camp is F4. This is G. This is G3. I need to go all the way to H5. So I have to make a right. Ah! Make a right and climb on up. Oh, this green. Oh no. Okay, we can take down these ghouls. Just watch out for the Grim Reaper from behind as usual. Get a Demon Hammer in. Get some thrust attacks in. Slash thrust thrust. Actually, slash thrust thrust is the most reliable combo for Reid. Because it does like a three hit basic combo essentially. And you know what? They carried that over in the Narakiri Dungeon game. So I don't know about 2, but it definitely did in 3. Because like Lloyd could do slash thrust thrust slash. So it's kind of cool how they carried that sort of perspective of basic attacks over to that game. Which makes sense since like Narakiri Dungeon is how it's developed and everything. Am I going the right way? This is H5, not G5. Actually, no, this is still good. Let's get an orange gel in for Keel. And let's prepare a sandwich. Thank you. Man, sandwich is so OP in this game because it's 30% HP, unlike subsequent Tales games after this. Alright, so these are the enemies we have to kill. There's 5 of them. I don't remember them being an issue. Let's find out. Junglers. I think it's their only appearance in the game as well, so make sure to scan them for your... Oh, and they jump! No wonder I wrote the note, they jump. Okay. They jump really high. Okay. We're okay with this. We can adjust. Just keep casting Fireball because they're weak to fire. They're junglers after all. Okay, Demon Hammer. And I'm doing the slash thing again. I gotta add some thrust in there. Slash thrust. Did you see that height? Holy smokes. Okay, they're not so bad. They just like to show up their acrobatics, basically. Alright, so that's one. Alright, we also got a bastard sword. Very good for Reid, because he's gonna be able to have added reach. Oh, we also should attach the talisman. I should have equipped this stuff earlier. Actually, who should get the mental bracelet? I want to say Keel. And then poison charm for Merity. What else do we got? Yeah, you know what, Beryllium? Now that you mentioned the track, I know exactly where that plays, because it sounds like it's like the moment where oh, hold up. Let me read my map first. I don't want to get lost again. Okay, so we got the one at G6. Then we have to go all the way down to G1. Really? Oh, jeez. Oh, skeletons, run from skeletons. I don't care how quickly I fought through those other encounters. These skeletons have combos and they will kill. Okay, actually, let's head back up here. Did I miss any treasures? No, I did not. Okay, so we gotta head back to the right. Go further back down. Down to an... No, I'm not referencing that song. Left. Jeez, okay. Can we get a... fruit juice, please? Fruit juice. Fruit juice, thank you. That's one good thing about this game is that, like, even if you fail the recipe, you get to try again. I think, I feel like that should still be a thing, to be penalized, to not be able to prepare a good meal. I get it logically, but I don't know. From a gameplay perspective, it just feels like a waste, in my opinion. I have no problems with them trying to eat again. This is basically what I'm trying to say. Alright. Also, Eternia battle theme is one of my favorite battle themes in the series. It's only just outclassed by one other normal battle theme that shows up in this game. Did I get lemon gel? Okay, I have to head to the right now. Okay, number 2. Now, they just want to charge at you. Let's see how they jump again. Oh, not this time. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, jeez, look how high these things jump! Holy smokes! So crazy. So crazy. And especially considering I don't have a spiral attack. No, is it not spiral attack? What is it? It's not Tempest. It's not spiral attack. It's what's the name of the art? I forgot the name of the art. Shoot. Is it because spiral attack is light spear, if I recall correctly. I don't think spiral attack is... Or maybe it... I don't know. I'm misremembering names. You don't have the Tempest skills, basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get a healer in. You would think that they would rather have a good meal. Yeah, I mean, I would too. You're not far off there, Beryllium. Let's head to the right here. Let's pick up a water crystal. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, this isn't so bad. It's just 3 ghouls. Tempest. So it was Tempest Strike. Okay, so all right. Thank you for correcting me. So here's the cool thing about summon spirits or greater Kramels in this game. Never mind. I guess Merity didn't want to show off the greater Kramel. Okay. Way to make me look bad, Merity. Anywho, well, I guess we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, Tempest Strike. I completely forgot it was actually Tempest Strike here. Okay, now we gotta move to the right and pick this up right here. And we're gonna head down. I want to say. Okay, that's an orange shell. Yeah, aren't there like spells called Tempest after this game? We had that for Vesperia yesterday too. Oh, okay. We got another jungler. Let's go. Demon Hammer. Ah, man, I love this game so much. Sorry, I can't keep gushing over it. Yeah, Eternia battle theme is definitely one of my favorite battle themes in the game. But when I did that top 10 normal battle themes I did on Twitter, I didn't choose this one because the other one I thought was much better. And I'll get to that when we get there. But with that list I chose, with that list I made, I only limited myself to one song per game, so that's why I opted to not choose Inferior Battle. But Inferior Battle is still really, really good. And I particularly love the remix that happens in the anime. That was like, when I watched that years ago, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Oh, run away from skeletons. This is the best thing ever. And like, I will never forget that moment because of how amazing the remix was at that point. It was so good. Let's see, let's move to the right. Let's pick this up right here. Spectacles. After I get the spectacles, head further down south, right? Can I not go south here? Where am I? Oh, I'm in J2. I already went down, I went right, I think. Yeah, that was 3 junglers, yeah. So, I now need to go up. Oh, did I mess something up? Ah! Oh, jeez! I was looking at the screen there. Need to go up, right, up. Okay, I think that's right. Up, right, up. Oh, 765 gold, everybody. Remember that number, 765. Very important number in this game. Specters now. Wait a second! This is a normal encounter. You're telling me I'm gonna immediately go into the other encounter after this?
We did it!
Oy vey. Okay. There it is. Back-to-back encounters. Let's go. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Normally I give myself a chance to heal in between encounters, but I can't do that. Why is Keel constantly running towards them? I know there's a way to set your strat, but I might have forgotten how to do it. Stay away from the enemy is how I have it set up, but I don't know why he still runs forward. I know there's a way to do it, I just haven't figured it out quite yet. It's probably the order. Probably. Oh, I remember now. Let's bring Reid up here. Actually, no, just do Formation 2. Formation 2. There you go. Oh, wait, gotta confirm. Now we're good. See, I'm getting used to the game again. It's been 3 months, but we're getting there. Okay, get the fireball in. Oh, jeez, just this jungler. Why not jump in the air again? Oh, no, not that art. Alright. Got some extra stuff here. Okay, that's a 4th one down. We got a wind crystal. Could we get some heals? Yes. And let's prepare a... I want to save garden salads, actually. And, let's spread some orange shells around. That's already like 1,000 gold right there that I used. Okay, let's head over to the left. And I think our next destination, I should think about it after this, is, currently at J1, J2, K3. Did I do it all, or am I missing one? Let's see. Let's, head further up north. Oh, I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Oh, shoot. Okay, so we did J1, we did K4, we did H1, we did... Oh, I missed the G6. No, I5? I5 or G6? Oh, it's I5. Okay, so... I know none of these values mean nothing to me, this is but how I label my map. Okay, I gotta head left twice. Get off me! Left twice. Prepare... We just ate... Healer all around. Oh no. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I charged forward without looking at which enemy it was. That's a demonstration of the skeletons. Skeletons are bad. Don't mess with the skeletons. Okay. Prepare a sandwich. Thank you. Now let's get out of here. Yeah, no, formations are very important for old school Tales. Definitely for some of the other Tales as well, but usually the AI can get by. Okay. Oh, final jungler, and then we're out of this dungeon. That didn't win as bad as I hoped. Or no, that didn't go as bad as I expected, I mean to say, because this dungeon can get really bad if you don't know where you're going. Sonic Blade. Alright. We got Spread and... You know, it's cool to see, like, some arts maintain their names, though, like Spread and Fireball and stuff like that, but... I'm still good. I still think I like Demon Hammer a little bit more than Tiger Blade. It's just Tiger Blade is the norm now, so you got kind of just have to stick with it. Okay, okay. Move to the right. I think we're okay. I think we're still okay. Okay, I think it's because, like, for the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a skeleton. Oh, no, I thought I saw ghouls, but they were actually skeletons. Oh, and I still got comboed to heck. I'm getting too reckless right now. I'm getting way too reckless. Let's see here. Maybe there's a part of me because I really like how Demon Lightning Hammer sounds, but I guess if you look at it, Tiger Blade doesn't sound so bad. But still, they're both okay, basically. Oh no. Oh, now I see why you said Moses. Jeez. I didn't realize, yeah, he does kind of look like Moses, huh? So this skit image is how I reacted after going through this the first time.
Brr, that forest is so eerie. Let's hurry up and go to Eternia City, where it's more pleasant.
Alright. Off we go to Eternia City after we sleep. On this bridge. Sounds like a good place to sleep. No repercussions whatsoever. And off we go to Eternia City. Man, you can tell I'm just so excited for this game. Like, oh man, I'm so glad I practiced this game first, because like it meant like a longer time for me to like revisit this game. And the vibes are there. We're feeling it right now. All right, we're killing warbears quickly too. Really good, really good. We got this. All right. Let's camp out again, shall we? Okay, Eternia City. What do I need to do first? I need to first look at the sprite work that shows up. Again, it loses its effect in this version compared to the PS1 version. I still think the sprite work looks so much better there than in here. Like, the backgrounds like that you saw. But this is the capital city of Eternia. And Reid and Farah showing how much of country folk they are. I think there was a comment that I saw where it's like, somebody mentioned Stom being similar to Reid. I want to say, I kind of see where you're going for, but I don't quite see it. I want to say Reid is more laid. Well, they both have their own laid backness, but I think like, their personalities aren't quite similar. I want to say. Yeah, definitely Ston is more aloof. Reid is just lazy, I want to say. Maybe lazy is too strong of a word. Maybe it's more like, he's just like the kind of guy who sort of just wants to live his life normally. He just wants to chill. He just wants to relax. And he just wants to do what gets things done, pretty much. Whereas Ston is like, I want to become a hero. I'm going to become a stowaway and become one. And yeah, I didn't really... at the end of the day, I think that's how I would divide them both. Alright, it's time to meet the king, but before we do that, let's head inside the weapon shop. I believe this is it. Because I think there's something that we can pick up here. Oh no, this is the supply shop. Let's actually restock a bit here. Life bottles. Okay, we're starting to get some gold, which is good. All thanks to that dungeon we were at earlier. One holy bottle, sure. I don't think there's something that I need to use quite yet. Okay. Where is the weapon shop here? That's the inn, if I recall correctly. Did I need to do something at the inn? No, it doesn't look like I do. I think this... Yeah, this is the weapon shop. There's something I need to pick up here. Is this it? No. Is this an armor shop and not a weapon shop? Oh, it's the armor shop. Okay. I saw the shield, but I thought it'd be like both armor and weapon. Okay. Do we need to go in that place? No, we don't. Where do I need to be? Oh, wait. What's up? These people. Wow. That ain't right. That ain't right. Wait, no, we're not supposed to go in here yet. Let's go. No, I already went here. I'm trying to look for something, but I can't quite find it yet. Is this? This is a supply shop that we were just at. Hey, me. How's it going? Of course. Stylish, ain't it? Thank you for reminding me I had to change the title of the stream. I apologize. Okay. Way too... way too compliment our clothing, actually. I appreciate that. Random NPCs chilling around there. Okay, so this is the place I'm looking for, because we're gonna pick up a pine gel. Yep, that's why we're here. Actually, I don't think we need to buy anything weapons-wise now that I think about it. Armor-wise, maybe, but... yeah, maybe we should buy some armor stuff. Or maybe we should wait until later. Is there anything else I need to do here? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, wait, actually, there is one thing I want to do. Let's head off further to the east here. And go inside here. And what we're going to do is examine this one. This one's actually really well hidden. Unlike the treasure chest in the other area. But he's going to teach us a really good recipe, the soft cake. The soft cake here restores a large amount of TP. The only problem is that we have no access to milk just yet. So we're going to save that for later on, that's for sure. That's where Vesperia also gets like the inspiration of like the desserts restoring a lot of TP. I think other games do it too, but Vesperia is the first one that come to mind because it's so fresh in my mind. We can finally buy tomatoes now. So let's just restock on that. Even though we won't have enough for the shortcakes, we'll just save that for another time. Okay, we got that. And next thing we're gonna do... There's another Wonder Chef in the hotel. Maybe it's not as conspicuous, but we're gonna drop by there real quick. I think it might be important. Further off to the east. And drop by here. Climb up inside. Actually, no. It was right here. No, that's not it. Maybe it was conspicuous. Oh, we got a Bellbane. That's good. Am I gonna stand corrected? We're gonna keep raiding this stuff. We're going old school raiding places just to find things. A soft cake. S-O-F-T cake. It's right over here. Soft cake. We only have one milk, though, because that's what the Wonder Chef gave us, I think. So, I want to save that for a very dire scenario. Oh, hey. Fine. I'm looking for a Wonder Chef here. Apparently there's no Wonder Chef here, so I'm just gonna leave. I guess we don't really need it. Okay, so now where do I need to go? Okay, I think it's time. Let's first head off to the castle and speak with the king. We want to speak with the king. Sounds simple enough, right? Should be easy to grant an audience. Oh, of course we're serious. Yo, come on, guys. We're trying to help the world. Run, 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 run. You too, Merity. Aw, she's so polite, though. Yo, Keel. With the slam right there. All imbeciles. Keel! Come on! Oh, stop it. Remember what Professor Mazette told you. Oh, the observatory. Yeah, check out that large telescope right there. I actually thought it was bigger. Oops. Maybe it was something from Destiny 2 that I was misremembering. Double loops. Alright. I guess Keel might be onto something. Let's head on to the observatory and figure it out. Oh, there's something I like to do here whenever I'm inside here. You know what? We gotta take a peek at every single one of these. So this here's an ancient map, yeah, from the Melnix era. Some nice little details to sort of observe every now and then. Like Claudio Zosimos, the Chancellor of the Royal Observatory. Yeah. And it's an Ors crystal. We're learning a lot about this stuff here. You don't have to come out every time I find something. Oh, I love it when games have that little attention to detail right there. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things. Alright. Sneaking on through, I think there's not much really to it. Alright. Alright, Keel. That's one way of putting it, I suppose. Yeah, Keel's just trying to help, exactly. Oh, you know what? If this game did get remade, I would have loved to have heard D-Scene's voice. I know I might sound a little bit hypocritical because of Vesperia, but honestly, with Vesperia... Okay, maybe I am sounding hypocritical. I'll slow my roll and stop that. But there aren't too many voices here compared to the other time, you know? Oh, yo, more evidence! More evidence! You really just tossed all that research off to the side as if it was nothing. Alright, fine, let's get out of here. Guess the observatory ain't gonna help. Alright, I guess we'll need to figure out another way to see if we could gain some sort of audience here, because we gotta warn somebody about the Inferior and Celestia thing. Oh, oh. Wow, Reid, straight up calling out Keel, too. Oh, jeez, Farah. See, this is another example of why I like how Farah keeps the two of them together, all three of them together. She's practically, like, the standard Tales of protagonists, essentially. Whereas Reid is just sort of along with the ride. And it really makes you appreciate this cast a lot more, that's for sure. Alright. Time to head off to the Sanctuary and see if they are willing to listen to reason. Even though we lost all of our documentation, maybe just our word of mouth should help. Oh, and look at that stained glass. It might have took a hit in this version of the game. It still looks okay. Still looks pretty solid. Ah, Seifert. I don't think there's anything really to observe here outside of just watching these guys do their thing. Alright, Archbishop Galvani. Yes. So far so good. At least he's kind of listening. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna go too well. Run, guys, run! Get out of here.
There they are.
Oh no. Oh no. This is the one voice I wasn't particularly fond of.
You're joking.
Damn.
I like everybody else, but this one I'm not particularly fond of.
Reid,
Really,
What now?
it has its own theme too.
Good question.
I don't hear this song often in the
Captain
game.
Rowan Lamoa of the Imperial Guards. Surrender.
Captain Rowan.
Resistance is futile and will only hasten your deaths.
What are you gonna do with us?
Spreading lies all over town about the destruction of the world. Kneel before the king and accept your death sentence.
Oh no, 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 no. You're telling me we as Tails characters have to go to jail?
you mean
Oh, even worse actually.
What do we do?
They just talked about death
Shall we
sentence.
take a chance and rumble?
Oh hey, or actually yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a... Oh come on, Keels, ready to fight.
Think about it. It's a chance to gain the ear of the king.
Alright.
Yeah, and receive the death sentence.
Actually, that was a pretty well delivered line. Not gonna lie, that was actually not bad.
I got you. I hope this works.
Alright,
I hope
Farrah's on this.
too.
Same with Merity.
I promise it'll work.
Alright.
We surrender.
Death sentence? I'll be the death... No, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that. When are we gonna get a chance to turn the tables? Keel, I'm waiting for that plan of yours. Ah, we're stuck in jail. Not again. Not again. Every Tales game. Oh, this is a really tall jail. Oh no. You know what? That's a good point, the Scarfinator. Yeah, this does look like Velva's Pit. Actually, that's a good callback. Holy smokes. Didn't this pit get a race picture or something? I don't know. I'll have to look at the... I'll look back at the race mirages to sort of get an idea. Princess Arande. Okay. We're getting more acquainted with these characters here. We got a Rowan, we got a Arande. And Nameless King and Nameless Queen. Yeah, I'll need to look into that again. I can't imagine who would get it. Maybe Keel? Or I don't think Reid would get it because his moment here is something. Flood the tank! Begin the flooding! No! Man, imagine back then when you played this, you felt like you were in a desolate time. Why 2-we? Oh wow, Houdini doesn't want to help. Houdini doesn't help this time! Everybody who plays Symphonia knows what I'm talking about. Wow, Keel. Let's not think like that. Yeah, Farah knows what's up. She's the hero of this story. It's an overray? Oh, it's an overray. Okay. Alright. I like how they all just volunteer. Well, I mean, I think Farah was gonna do it, but I think Reid ultimately decides to do it. Thanks, Reid! Nobody else could do it but you. I remember first seeing this, I was like, well, that was funny. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, they kind of just left. Oh, it's cute. So funny. Thanks for trying, I guess. I dislike intuition inferences. I need to confirm the cause of the groundfall with my own eyes. Chancellor Zosimos, hey. Ah yes, he read the papers that were thrown to the ground. Ah, so now we got the cooperation of the king, I hope. Oh, this was a little cute. Both Meredy and the princess are like, you know, they're vibing a little bit. Oh wow, Keel gets to work with the great Zosimos. And we get to chill at a castle? Alright. I like the next scene that's coming out. It's minor, but it still sort of like adds a bit more to Reid and whatnot. Oh right, we have to find it. Second floor of the West Tower. Oh darn it. Do I remember where it is? Second floor West Tower. Second floor West Tower. Second floor West. Kid, you're in my way. Second floor West Tower. I'm guessing this is it. Alright, perfect. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Thankfully, there are more right over here. This isn't a peasant house! Hey! Why are you so rude to your guests? Well, that death sentence? Isn't there a cage above them though? Like they can't swim out, so like the water was gonna like eventually close down on them. Well, Inferians do things very, very, very disturbingly awful. They want to see their prisoners suffer, apparently. It's a little messed up. But apparently the king wants some kind of show. Aegis, did you see how quickly the water went up earlier? They got a lot of water. Maybe it's just the same water that keeps cycling through or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, so here's the thing, like, Reid is like, alright, our adventure is over. The king will do something about this. We're done. Waste of water too. I don't know if the Inferiors particularly care about that. Keel's the bell. Keels of... No, I'm not gonna quote that anymore, but it's still such a great quote. Oh yeah. Man, it's like at a hotel, the first thing you do when you walk in, you just crash like Reid's doing. I like how Meredy calls out Reid here too. You're right there, Reid? See, Farrah's the protagonist. Reid's just going along. Oh man, I'm just so reminded how much I like this cast already. And just revisiting this game and going through the cutscenes. Oh my gosh. There'll be more to come, and I'm looking forward to opening those scenes again. Yeah, Roland the Flying remix. I would love for this to get a remake too. Fantasia had its multiple remakes, Destiny had its remakes. People really thought Eternia was gonna get a remake, but it didn't. They stopped after Destiny, and, well, I mean, the Triverse games do get their remakes. I mean, well, 2/3 of them, but, it was just back in the day when Innocence was fresh. No, it's no. I got distracted there. Innocence was fresh. Hearts was fresh. People thought Eternia was going to be remade next because Destiny just had its remake, but it just ended up not happening, unfortunately. And it would be nice to see, to be honest. But oh well. Is Tempest even officially a Triverse thing? I'd say so, because Tales of Innocence R teased Tempest in their credits, in their X dungeon, because there were 2 images in Innocence R that were teased in the EX dungeon. It had the Somas in one, and it had an image of Caius and Rubia on a bridge. So there was certainly something that they were going to confirm there, but they ended up not doing it. I mean, they did Hearts R, but they definitely didn't do Tempest R. Like 18 by New Cinematoka, just the ending song more than flying. That doesn't sound familiar to me for some reason, Beryllium. And wasn't it like in Hard Started, it's like, there was something in the credits where it's like, stay tuned for the next reimagining, and then people are like thinking, oh, Tempest is gonna be next. But then, oh well. Oh well. Looks like things are starting to wrap up now, so it looks like it's the end of Tales of Eternia. I did tell you that the game was short, so yeah, everything's gonna be finished now. It's time to wrap everything up. We're gonna be starting Berseria in the next segment, so we're all good to go. Well, looks like we got more to do, actually. Oh. Oh, hello, Princess and Rowan. Wasn't there a thing, like, there's something intriguing between, like, the particular relations between the knights in this castle with the princess? Like, 2 particular knights, which we'll be getting into, like, much later. Well, maybe later, we'll see what happens. Arande, the Princess of Inferia. I'm Meredy. These 2 really do get along. Ah, alright. Looks like we can get official word, and we're good to go. No, we just did rest. Reid is now not the time to rest. But we got ourselves lens. Very nice. And hop on over to the right. Let's see here. I think there was nothing else to watch out for here. But now we gotta climb back down and see the important announcement that the king has prepared for us. For everybody, for that matter. Thanks to the... Oh, wrong room. Is everybody okay? That looks delicious. That's fragrant, looks kind of delicious, not gonna lie. I don't think there's anything here, though, unfortunately. We should actually bring ourselves right here. Oh. We'll get there when we get there. I'm just waiting for it, basically. Rowan Lamoa. I think that's like the only second time I hear his last name, and then you kind of don't hear it again after this, I want to say. It doesn't really come up after Act 1, basically. Alright. Now it's time to see what the king's announcement is. All four in line. Long live Eternia! Let's go, Eternia King! Uh-oh. Just everything about this game is so good. Uh-oh. Well, that took a turn for the worst. That could have ended much better than what we were thinking. So much for trusting the king. Oh, it's a little awkward. Especially what Meridy's here for. This Bridge of Light you're all talking about. A Cramo mage by the name of Belir? Hey, we still need to process what just happened here, you jerk. Really gonna start to kick us out, huh? He's such a jerk to us. I get we're commoners. It's because we're commoners, isn't it? It's because we're commoners. I get it. The royalty system and all that. I get. Oh yeah. See, thanks for validating that for me, Rowan. You think the king? You think the king knows exactly what's going on? Yeah, we're a little bit out of our league here. Fair, we gotta go. Hey, he's got a name, you jerk! Yeah, it's time for us to go on our own adventure. Farah knows what's up. Time for us to find the greater Kramels. Come on, Keel, let's do this. Oh, well, at least we got a good use for that boarding pass, I suppose. Now I'm gonna play as Farah, actually. Swap between our playable characters here. I'm only swapping between melee users for the most part, because again, I don't have an express interest of playing mages currently for the marathon and whatnot. But yeah, what do you have to
Now that
say?
we have a boarding pass, we can travel on a ship. Let's go to the port of Eternia.
Good idea. Okay, so here's the thing. With the PS1 version of the game, I don't know if it's my copy of the game, but basically, a lot of the lines are constantly cut off, like the voice lines. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's my copy or not, but I notice it a lot whenever I record for the PS1 version or play it in general. I don't know if other people have that issue too, but it's nice to hear the lines like come out naturally and normally in this version of the game, because I had that issue and it always was distracting when I couldn't hear like a possible probable close. Is it my disc? Yeah, it's most likely my disc. Yeah, I'm worried about my disc because I feel like they've gotten old, they're skipping a lot, and I had the issue that I tweeted on my Twitter account 4 months ago where the battle suddenly froze and like I was hearing Farah's voice speaking ad nauseum, and it was a weird moment. But yeah, that's also another reason why I'm sticking with the PSP version, because it seems to be a bit more stable than my PS1 disc at the end of the day. Alright, let's go. Hey, we got a boarding pass! Yeah! Now you know what's up. Alright, I don't think there's anything here, but we could examine this beautiful ship. wait, somebody destroyed the model boat? Who did that? This game. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things. Fish stew. I don't think fish stew is that important, I want to say. Because really the most important things I found... Oh, jeez, actually I went to the wrong menu. The most important ones are like your TP healing ones. Yeah, and temporarily increased defense or something. God, what? Get out of my way! I guess it's our way to go. I think. Alright. Oh, I forgot to talk to the ship at the further left. The other ship goes all the way back to Rashian's, and Reid's like, let's go! And Pharaoh's like, no, we ain't going. We're not going back home. Alright, team. And we're off. And we're off. It's the same song that plays when we're in the prison. But yeah, Keel's suddenly gonna leave us. Yeah, Farah, call him out on this. Well, I guess it was his dream. Sayonara. We'll never see him again. Man, Farah's such a good character. All these characters complement each other so well. Like, honestly, I like Tails' cast to have, like, a smaller cast because it gives them more room to breathe, I guess. And, because, like, we went from Tales of Destiny to this game, and this game practically only has, like, the playable characters that you normally see in, like, modern Tales games. Like, you usually see around, like, 6, maybe 7. But, Tales of Destiny before it had like 9. Did I accidentally count Lilith? I might have counted Lilith accidentally.
I wonder what Keel is doing.
His dreams came true. He's probably having a great time.
Merity, forgive him. Keel also has things he wants to do.
Merity already forgive him, but
What's wrong?
Merity is Celestian, and
Aw.
so maybe Keel will become my enemy.
Not at all.
Really? No?
Keel just wants to learn many things. He
Oh,
wants to
okay.
learn.
So far I'm not really nitpicky with the voice cast just yet. Maybe it was the thing of me playing two playthroughs at the same time while listening to their voices 2 times in a
Hey,
row.
Are you awake?
I'm thinking.
Let him think,
About?
Farah.
No, nothing.
Nanda Monai. Ah, it begins. Actually, that's not too much of a bad Nanda Monai compared to others. Okay, I think it might be time for the next question. For those who it may be your first time with regards to the giveaway, please visit the link on the title, bit.ly/TOMS3 lowercase giveaway, to learn the rules of the giveaway. The giveaway includes the Tales of Arise Collector's Edition, Tales of Exilia limited edition PS3 from Japan, a couple other PS3 Collector's Editions including Symphonia Chronicles, what was the other one? Exilia 1 Collector's Edition, and also a PS4 Berseria Collector's Edition. So, the question is, who is the Princess of Inferior? Your timer starts now. Alright, we gotta watch what we have to do here, because, you know how you usually get rewarded for exploring and buying stuff? Or finding stuff? I don't want to waste my money here, so basically, if you crawl over here and, what is the name of the Princess of Inferior? Would have probably been the better question to write it. Damn it, if I see that answer. If I see that answer, I swear. But in any case, if you go get these treasure chests, you're going to be caught by the people here, and they're going to ask you to charge. They're going to ask for your money for it. And I don't want to fall for it. Y'all really want me to reword it? Y'all really want me to reword it? What is the name? What is the name? Alright, well, you guys get it. Anywho, let's see here. You guys have a water shard. Stop looting my house, where are you? Pretty much. We got some fresh fish, though, that we're not going to buy because I didn't like the fish stew. Alright. Now let's head off to the next area.
Let's not forget to eat. A healthy diet is a must, right?
I now know where to go. Thank you, Reid. Wait, actually, it's actually our navigational skin. Alright, Reid. I guess Reid's just really, really hungry. Okay, well, gotta remember to kick. It is good advice, but I was also thinking, like, well, what if I didn't know where to go? But to be honest, you should know where to go by this point. You're really not far.
Okay.
Alright. Who is the Princess of Inferior? The Princess of Inferior. Damn it. I really gotta reword these better. Anywho, welcome to the city of Beryl. Beautiful place right over here. And speaking of food, it's time to eat. Nah, not this time. Is there anything I need to watch out for? Actually, first thing we need to do... Let's see if we can examine some stuff here and pick things up. Ah, holy bottle, perfect. Well, it's time to raid. Wait, what? Hidden regions. We import directly from the hidden regions of Rashians. Alright. What do you do? I can't sell you this painting. Aw. We can actually find ourselves climbing up to the top right here and speak to the very chilly guy there, but he's actually a wonder chef. These wonder chefs though. They're just guys that are really good or really amusing, to say the least. All right, bear meat, carrots, and potatoes. Perfect. Okay, let's see what we got here. Rona smile. Aw. Oh, okay. Just having hard times. Let's see here. Is there anything in this plant? Nope. Anything in this plant? Nope. Nothing really important around here, I suppose. Let's head off to the west. Yes. And I think there's something. This is a standard minigame you see in other Tales of games. I know for sure it's in Fantasia. I think it's in Destiny. I was never really good at this, personally. It's all just arithmetic. Basically, you got 3 piles of stones, and you got to make sure that the last person who picks it up is not you, if I recall correctly. I'll try it once. I'm really not good at this game. But let's take 3 from here. Took another 3. Alright, well, I'll take 3 from here. 1. Okay, maybe I'll take 2 from here. I'm gonna take 2 again. Okay, well, I'll take 3 from here. I'm really not good at this game. Really not good at this game. I guess I'll take 2 from here. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, it's the other way around. You're supposed to get the last one. My bad, my bad. Anywho, I don't want to spend too much time there, because it can get a little bit addictive. What we want to do, though, we're going to do a little bit more exploring. I don't think we need weapons. What we need is armor, because, speaking of armor, check out Cress's outfit right there. It's pretty sick. Little things like that. Little shout-outs are nice to see. It's got a Shamsel. And, hey, how's it going? An elixir, thank you so much. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Climb further on down. Head a bit to the left. Is there anything important here, is there? You'd think there'd be something important, but I guess not. There's a tavern somewhere around here. Oh, actually, we got something important. Farrah's just so quick to get involved. Look at this guy's...
What do you want? Get out of my way now.
I forgot about this guy's voice.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Don't you think it's pathetic for a grown-up to bully a kid?
Is this actually Farrah's theme? I never made the connection. Oops.
Look,
You only hear it once, right?
He was mean to me. I'm just a little kid.
You sound like a kid.
What
Aw.
are you doing?
That's pretty bad. Don't do that. Oh, holy! Yo! We talking cutscene fireballs? Cutscene, I don't know, you got Sonic Fist or something? It's just a cutscene something.
What?
Got the 1, 2, 3 combo going on there.
Get away! That brat's a habitual thief.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Huh? But he's just a kid.
Pharaoh's had a bit of
Bad
a
kids
misunderstanding.
are bad. To think that we finally got him today. What's your problem, girl?
What is this delivery? Oh dear.
Well, it was like... I just didn't know.
Just didn't
What
know.
kind of excuse is that?
That's right. We want
What the-
payback.
I want to hear the second guy again. Where did that come from?
We can use you.
We're sorry, really. We just came into port.
That's a lame excuse.
That's true.
I like how Reid's like, yeah, you got me.
Inferior trading law. Employment is only to take effect when both parties are in accord.
Oh. Who's this guy?
In other words,
Got a cool
you
outfit.
can't force her to work for you without her consent.
Do you have a problem?
It's the king's law.
This guy's design is like pretty sick though. Oh, it's like the fedora.
Your crates are sticking out 1.5
and the cape.
lang into
Good
the
stuff.
public street. That's either 3 years in jail or a fine of 1,000 gold.
How 3 years in jail or 1K gold? What the?
On top of
Holy
that,
smokes!
Double pricing? There are no defenses for such
3
violence.
years in 3 years in jail. I completely forgot how big of a thing
You
that
should follow the
was.
law yourself, don't you think?
Man, you're catching this guy on a technicality.
Okay, okay. Please, forget this happened.
We're saved. I think.
This theme is really cool though. I love
Sticking
it.
your nose in where you don't even know what's going on.
Whoa, Reid.
Sorry.
Tiun kulmud. Hundi swimu. Usurunai new mug.
I like. Oh, I love. Okay, there's something about the Melniks that you hear from Meredy every now and then. There's a storyline reason to it, and it makes me appreciate the Melniks that show up randomly all the more.
My name is Farah.
It's not
Please,
about what she says,
let's
but it's
repay you
why
somehow.
we hear it on occasion. And I'll get to it once
I
we
am
get there.
Rex. That was an amusing diversion. It is I who should thank you.
Earned the title of Reckless. Ah, thank you for the food. Reid's just munching tenfold down there. Look at that. I love these sprite animations so much. So you always so single-minded? Reid's like, yeah, she really is. Reid, really taking this opportunity to go out on Farah. Holy smokes. Well, that's what a hero does. Are you finished? Oh, that's why, Reid. Mary's like, we're done our food. Oh, so good. Oh, Sylph Cavern. That's an important place. Have you ever played Grandia? No. My only JRPGs have been the Tales series. Oh, you know, it's Quickie's eating something too. That's kind of cute. Sorry, as it got distracted by Quickie to not realize the outrageous price of Raz. Alright, let's pay. What? What? What changed? Because we agreed to pay? Okay. Highly recommended. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Might be on the PSN store, I presume. Oh, the Donnie's flowers. Huh. Alright, see you, Raz. Please help us later. Alright, I think we do need to buy some armor, though. Like, I'm a little bit... I know you can find armor along the way, but I'm kind of worried for the next fight. I think the next fight is actually going to be a little bit rough, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's going to be really rough. So maybe I should buy some equipment just in case. Where can I find an equipment shop? Probably somewhere further down southwest. Oh, yeah. The one with the huge shield, obviously. Can I buy Cress's armor? No? Okay. Let's see here. What should be good? Let's get a chainmail. Oh, no. I forgot how expensive equipment is. Look. Oh dear. That's why I decided not to buy equipment. Oh dear. Let's stay out of it then. Probably not a good idea after all. Okay, let's actually leave on now. I'll just trust in the next dungeon to give me some good stuff, hopefully. If we find another water crystal. Let's see what we got here. Another lens, very nice. And yeah, I can't afford any of that. Grandia revival. I'll look into it. This guy trying to learn. You got caught. You got caught. All right. Let's see here. Hey, you. Yeah, you better pay attention to what we're about to do. We're gonna give you some business. Oh, everything's so expensive. I'm not picking something up, unfortunately. There he is. Huh, does the same thing Reid does. Twice in a row to confirm. We don't even know either. Oh, you're right. There might be, yeah, you're right. See, I didn't remember that side quest too much, but I think you do run into it somewhere. Let's see. That's good call for Chase. First off, apparently our Wonder Chef hides there too. Pot pie. I hope there's one around. I hope I can find her. Let's see. Honestly, it's more like I'm just going with the flow here, because to be honest, if I don't see it, I don't see it. But I don't think I've ever finished it once because I accidentally missed the final flag. Oh, there. You're right. All right. Hi, Katrin. Don't you have to go all the way back to Eternia City after everything before something major happens to get going? I think that's why I missed the last flag. Something along those lines. Because like I end up just going straight to the major event, and then the side quest is over. She ended up getting the wrong map. Oh, I like reading these little things. This is like a library filled with poems, you know, to sort of like clear the mind a bit. Or terrify you, I guess, depending on where you read. Alright. Okay. Is Ras with us? Alright, so we're going to be playing as Ras for the next dungeon here. How was my formation? Okay, I kept everybody together, I guess. I think I did something like this. I took a screenshot, so I gotta make sure to follow it, I guess. I trust myself from the past who knew more about this game. Alright. Let's do the switch. Oh, I think I screwed up the order. There you go. Okay, so Ras here has some decent arts. We got Neo Swarm, Super Lightning Blade, Dragon Swarm, and Dragon Flash. Oh, man. Before Raise, Dragon Flash was left with Ras alone, but he's going to learn some more skills here. That's going to be really fun to go through.
Sylph Cavern is to the west of Beryll, but are you really going there?
Yes, that's why you're with us. To the west of Beryl, like southwest of Beryl, towards the bridge. Red dot? I'm looking at my notes and I'm not really following. Oh, I get it. He says to the west of Beryl, but really you gotta go towards the southwest. Ah! Why are there two of them? Okay. Let's go. Why are they so big?
Dragon Swarm.
Let's go with Dragon Swarm. Raz is the first one to really have, to extend the Dragon Swarm, because the Dragon Swarm was initially just, four slashes in a row. But Raz was the first one to add, like, additional 5 slashes. And this is a bad scenario. This is a runaway scenario. Oh, jeez. That was really not good. Camp. Please, camp. That was really not good. I thought I could handle it, but it looks like Raz and Reid are taking a nap. Give them both life bottles. That was really not a good place. Remember, in Eternia, if you are overpowered, or if you are underpowered, it's okay to run. Live to fight another day. Alright. Let's see who we run into now.
Let's do it.
Okay, we can handle one. Pretty sure we can handle one. Let's do this.
Dragon Flash.
Oh, he also has Dragon Flash. Dragon Flash is like an art that you can't... that did not come back until Tales of the Rays, when Raz showed up in that game. Oh, dear. Oh, he has like a charge move that can break my defenses? Okay. Alright, there you go. But yeah, Raz, like, Dragon Flash was never like an art that returned. So when he came back for Rays, I was really looking forward to seeing Dragon Flash, and I think they gave the art justice, from if I recall correctly. Otherwise, yeah, let's just keep on pushing forward here.
Let's do it. Ha ha! Dragon Flash.
Dragon Flash.
Ha ha! Super Lightning.
Alright. So, I mean, currently right now, Super Lightning Blade, Dragon Flash, Neo Swarm, and Dragon Swarm, like, they're pretty good arts, but once he starts to level up more, he'll learn some even more arts that can be helpful, basically. Oh, these guys are a little bit beefy for us, but it looks like we should be able to kill them soon, I hope. There we go. I just have trouble telling apart Raz and Johnny for some reason, because they're blonde and have hats. I mean, I guess. I suppose so. I just look at both of Raz and Johnny's designs, and they look really different. But if the hair and the hat does throw you off, I can see where you're coming from. Okay, let's rest here again. Always take advantage of the free rest. Alright. Let's see how far we can push forward here. Will we make it to the next checkpoint? I wonder. We might be able to, actually, depending on how well things go with this. Yeah, even I meandered around in the last part. We're still kind of on, like, a good schedule. This game, again, is so short. But I think I might be going a little bit over for the final segment, because I kind of want to go past a specific dungeon, which could take long. But it's to prepare ourselves for the next day. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. We actually gotta check on Raz's status over here. Traveling salesman. Thankfully, he doesn't have to worry about, like, slash level and, like, thrust level or punch and kick, something similar to that. Raz is your standard Tales of character that will start to, like, have a general progression throughout the game, so you don't have to worry too much about those kind of gimmicks. It's if you're not comfortable with, like, using the other characters or whatnot. Kind of like how Chloe was in Legendia. Like how they put her there for, like, people who aren't used to fist fighters. I still remember... Anyway, that's way back in Vesperia. Anywho. So let's keep on pushing forward to the next dungeon here. Sylph Cavern is... what can I say about Sylph Cavern? If I recall correctly, all this you gotta like wait for a burst of air to appear, and then you can like push forward basically. Alright, Dragon Flash.
Dragon Swarm.
And Dragon Swarm. Yeah, look at that. Seven hits and he rushes right in there. It's not like because the game before this was Tales of, well, technically Tales of Fantasia for it, but before that there was a Tales of Destiny, and like the Dragon Swarm is just like slash, like a medium pace moving left or right depending on where the enemies are, which is kind of helpful considering the linear motion battle system for that. But Dragon Swarm here, like it upgraded, like slash. Like Raz was the first one to really start to upgrade it more, and then when Yuri came out, Yuri just wanted to style on it tenfold. Alright. Looks like Raz was able to, if that's supposed to be a compliment. It was! How do you feel about that, Raz? Ah. Watch the power of his aura. Okay. Let's prepare another garden salad here. And let's so the whole gimmick here is to make sure that you jump into the hole once you see the air push forward, and those tornadoes can cause damage. You're gonna take damage throughout this dungeon, so make sure that you know to prepare recipes after you run through.
Let's do it.
Alright, are dire wolves? Why do I feel like dire wolves are a bad thing? I feel like I might have ran from these fights before. Let's see.
Super lightning blade. Dragon Flash.
Dragon Flash.
Dragon Swarm.
Oh, Dragon Swarm didn't really help. Oh yeah, you know what? Those stupid skeletons are here. So if ever you run into those stupid skeletons, run away. Just as we did in the Forest of Temptation. Yeah, so we're gonna take damage there. It reminds me of the dungeon in I want to say Fantasia, where you have to take mandatory damage in a win-like area. It could be a little subtle callback to that or something. Did we just eat? Yeah, we did just eat. Darn it. Okay. Healer all around. Okay, let's jump down here. And... oh, this is also amusing, too. I mean, it's not much to it, to be honest, but, like, first time here, I think it's cutscene, but afterwards, you really have to time yourself. Yeah, I mean, I know sometimes people think, like, reaching for references or something, but come on, you're using a rope in a Sylph Cavern? That's like what you did in Fantasia back then. But I guess, you know, take it as you would, basically. Miasma and Sylph Ruins. Is it called Sylph Ruins? It was like I can't remember. Lone Valley. I remember that dungeon vividly because if you're in the Miasma, there was an encounter rate where you ran into like these devilish enemies. I think they're called like Devil Masters or something. Like they have the spell Summon Demon, which is like practically the spell you saw at the very beginning of the stream where Meredy called him Hyades, like what he cast on us, where the random demon shows up, lifts the finger, and by that I mean I don't know what finger he points up. Anyway, basically it just causes like Earth to come up from the ground to damage you, and it causes a lot of damage. I think that's the right way. Yeah, I think this dungeon is pretty linear. We're actually at the campsite right now. So you know we're in the halfway point of this dungeon. Yeah, it's definitely the worst. You know what's up, Beryllium.
Your swordplay is impressive. You have a unique style. Where did you learn it?
Self-taught. I'm a hunter.
I'm a hunter. I love it.
Ras, what are you wearing? It's pretty.
Ah, this is a compass key.
Oh, what's this all about?
Compass key?
Yes, a compass key. It's a key.
Let's feel like the music is a little bit too loud. Is it just me?
Right path.
Oh, that's what's supposed to fix in the audio settings.
So that's what they look like.
Ras, so where does your path lead you?
Earning money, of course.
It's a bit of a deep question, but I guess Raz had a proper answer.
If I may ask, why do you all want to meet the greater criminals?
Huh? Is that strange?
Yeah, I think after this cut, I'm gonna have to lower the volume of the BGM a bit.
It doesn't seem to be mere curiosity. I fear that there's a...
I knew there was something had to do with the sound settings, but this scene confirmed it.
Ras knows much. With greater criminals, we will...
Whoa, wait a minute, Merity.
Text box? There you are. Took a while.
Let me explain to Ras. I'm sure he will be able to help us. Right?
Is that right, Raz?
You wish to form a pact with the greater criminals to save the world from the Grand Fall?
Please believe us. I know this goes against all reasoning, but
You seem joyful somehow.
I may have been waiting for a day like this to come for a long time. It makes me happy to think that I just might save the lives of people around the world. And
Yes?
it makes me feel at ease.
Oh?
Knowing that my efforts help to bring happiness to others makes me feel comfortable. I've always felt this way.
I see. Those are deep wounds.
Oh.
What is it that has made you so downhearted? From what do you run?
Run? Me? How rude! Nothing would make me run.
Really?
Well, dried up slug carcasses aren't exactly my favorite.
I like that. I like that reaction. Kind of nice.
I understand. I will broach the subject no more.
But it's the truth.
I'm sorry, my dear. Thank you for the interesting chat. Let us sleep. We have an early morning.
Okay, CP. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Rest is very
Good night.
important. Alright, I definitely need to fix the audio settings here, because what's with the BGM. But yeah, you guys were commenting on it. Yeah, honestly, that was a cool moment for Farah. I know people would be quick to judge and be like, oh, she's just like your usual generic protagonist. Like, I don't have much to say about that. Like, just let the characters start off and flesh themselves out. Alright, let's do a quick save. Save anytime, any place. Okay,
Let's do it.
that's right, Ras, let's do it.
Dragon Swarm!
Whoa, what's up with those gas clouds, like, right behind the spread there? They were, like, kind of clipping through it.
Swarm!
Alright. That's the thing with, like, the enemies in these dungeons. Like, sometimes they're either really weak or really strong. Like, they're just not really much of a middle ground, I notice, to be a dictation of your level. So that's why you need to know there are fights that you can fight, and there are fights that you should run. So, I know it may be, like, a mentality that might not be transferred over to, like, modern Tales games, but back in the day, you need to know your limits. It's a good way to be aware of it, basically. Now there it is. The gas cloud was right behind the spread again. I hope I'm going the right way. I didn't give myself any directions in my notes. Milan shell, that's going to be important. Keep climbing on up here. We will find ourselves into another encounter. Melting pots. It looks like it's time for Wrath to get some more stuff to sell. I mean, they kind of look like... Well, actually they don't, but... It might be... He said he just got his last spot from Sylph Cavern, so... Alright. Reid just run into it and just got poisoned. Thankfully, Farah has the Detoxify to help out with that. Alright. Oh jeez, oh jeez! I'm getting a little bit too hasty here. Getting a little bit too hasty. Is this song a little bit too... It might be a little bit too quiet. Maybe I'll have to boost the BGM a little bit. So I'm kind of hearing it extremely quietly right now. Yeah, let's try to boost it up beneath a bit. Maybe that'll work better. Okay, cook. Let's prepare... Yes, thank you. And throw some healers around. Alright. Let's climb on down here, and I think this should bring us to the... Oh, no, not quite. Still one more room. 1 or 2 more rooms to go. Whenever you're ready, Wind. May the wind guide you in your path. Thank you. Alright, so I think there's... Also, this dungeon has, like, some fake paths here, so...
Let's do it.
If you see those, Pardon me. If you see those things in the way, like, where it seems like it's quicker to get to the treasure, don't take that path, or else you're gonna fall. And you're gonna have to redo things again. You'll see what I mean once we get out of this battle.
Sonic Blade. Dragon Flash.
There we go. So, like, right over here, if you take that path, you're gonna fall down, and you're gonna have to redo things. So you want to get treasures, like, from the longer path, basically. I guess that works better for Reid. 1800 gold, very nice. Let's fall on down. Another random encounter. Oh no! Oh no! Run away. Did you see how quickly we all died? This is why we run from them. Yeah, please give me some life bottles. Jeez, now we're running low on the life bottles, are we? Okay, prepare a sandwich, thank you. Skeleton quad attack, yes, I remember that being such a pain. Orange shell, okay, there we go. Be able to grab this treasure just fine. Lemon gel, that's gonna be useful. Ooh, mad eels. Oh my goodness, you see this design is a little bit... I don't like the look of those tongues. Ugh, this is kind of slimy and creepy. Okay, get the super lightning blade in. Oh jeez. Super lightning blade again. Neo Swarm, yeah. Oh jeez. It's either this or gentleman. Well, okay. The link's not working for you? Link working for anybody else? I'll see if I can help out real quick because we're like 5 minutes left. Where are we at? Bitly? Got it? Okay, good. Alright. Let's see what we could go here. Let's prepare another garden salad for ourselves. And make sure that we make it all the way to this next area here. Thank you. This dungeon was a little bit longer than I expected. I guess mostly because, like, the encounters were giving us trouble. Like skeletons. Thankfully, these should be fine. They're, egg bear palette swaps. Alright, let's keep it going. Oh yeah, he does go back and forth, but when he bounces, when he reaches the one end of the Oh, jeez. Why are we... Guys, gather. Gather, please. Okay, good.
Super lightning blade.
Farrah was taking way too much damage there. But yeah, it looks like when Raz reaches one edge of the screen, he goes back to the other edge. Just like how, like, Ston and Leon would have used Soryu Rengazan back then. I just like how like, it rolls off the tongue. Soryu Rengazan. Anywho. Let's get this battle. Ah! Don't do it. Okay, good. If they were further up front for front lines, they would have murdered. Okay, we've got a needle glove. Okay, I think we're getting close. There has to be a low point somewhere, if I recall correctly. Oh no, the low point is right in the room where you fight him. Gas clouds. We can kill him. Gentlemen are your favorite enemies? Well, everybody's gotta have a fan somewhere. Oh jeez, they're actually doing more damage than I. Oh dear, what the? How did we deal with them so fine before? Okay, well I tried. What the? What happened? That was weird, but alright. Well, we can't prepare any more sandwiches, so I guess healer? Also we gotta prepare another garden salad then. Okay. Oh, wait. I should go up here first, actually. I remember there's something important here. Hey! Come on. One more time, please. Whenever you're ready. Oh, okay. Eternia. I know what you're trying to do here. Now. Okay, thank you. Jeez, making me look like a loser. Okay, timer's done. Alright, we're back. Arc Wind. I don't think Arc Wind is actually useful because the Sylph is going to be, well, resistant to wind. Alright, let's see if we can get all the way down here and run into an encounter. And these pods cause us trouble. I want to save our resources. Run away, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm remembering strategies I need to... Wait, we're not quite there yet. I thought we were there. Life bottle. Oh, thank you for a life bottle. We've been running into some pretty rough encounters along the way. We might do well here if it's just one gas cloud. Good aim. Good aim. Try that again, please. Maybe attack the closest enemy. There you go, that's more like it.
Super lightning blade.
Jeez, those gas clouds are certainly an issue. Alright.
It looks like we won.
Let's see here. I think I'm going the right way now. Or am I going backwards? Alright. Run! This is not a good fight. Especially, I see those melting pots. They're ready to kill. Get out of here. Alright. Let's do a save. Let's see how well we can do with this. Alright. Oops. Gotta stop pressing the triangle button on that option. Okay, so how are we gonna prepare for this? Let's use a healer first. 2 healers, I guess. Prepare... Oh, we picked up milk along the way. That's good. We got garden salad, and... Let's get some... Oh, I thought we were gonna add 2 orange gels. Wrong gels, okay. How's everybody's strategy? Okay, I only have lightning for Merity. This is actually gonna be a bit of a rough fight. I'm starting to remember it now. I'm gonna turn these off. Except for that. And for Reid, I need him to do Demon Hammer. Okay. We need them to attack the strong enemy. Right here. Also, should they be maximum offense? Yeah, that works. Attack strong enemy. Attack strong enemy. Maximum offense. Okay, I think this should be good, I hope. Alright, here we go. This might be an issue. I'm just starting to slowly remember the tribulations of running into these fights. Just twerp. This one. Alright, so Sylph here has some buddies. 2 buddies, in fact. I think what my strategy was is to just constantly focus the attack on Sylph. I think that's what we ended up doing. We're gonna see if it's gonna work, though.
Dragon Flash.
Oh, actually, everybody, come back. Other side. Oh, that didn't hit. There you go.
Dragon Flash.
Alright, that's good, that's good. Let's keep that going. Oh, jeez. Sylph just teleported behind us. I'm gonna kill this move right away, though. Alright, perfect. Now let's just focus on Sylph. Sylph is still gonna be an issue, though. Partly because, like, it's flying, basically. And flying enemies are a little bit rough to deal with. But you know what? Actually, Sylph lost quite a bit of HP, surprisingly. I remember having a lot of issues with Sylph. But let's not talk about that until Sylph is actually done, though. Oh, jeez. It's weak to Earth, but the only Earth spell you know right now is Grave. And Grave won't reach Sylph, because Sylph is constantly flying unless you constantly keep it on the floor. But Lightning's a bit more reliable in a scenario like this. Oh, jeez. No, Merity. I need to give Merity an Applejaw. There you go. Oh, no. No. Okay, fair. Reid, give Merity item. What? Oh, it's okay. This is fine. This is alright. Oh, by the way, Japanese Sylph right there in the text box. A little bit of a weird slip. Anywho. Yeah, I mean, we already lost EXP with Farah and Merity, but Ras, we're gonna let him get some more EXP later. Reid's like, this is really gonna work? Oh, we're also going to learn something really cool later. Alright, we got our heal point. Everybody's all feeling good. Merity is still... Oh, you know what? Farah and Merity caught up just fine, to be honest. And we should probably save. There we go. We got 10k gold too? Yeah, that's pretty good. I want to... should we use a Holy Ball? Nah, I think we should be okay. I mean, Ras is still like at level 20, so... He's still on the same level as like Farah and Merity. So it's not a huge loss. Keep getting that Dragon Flash out.
Super Lightning Blade.
And Super Lightning Blade.
Ooh, that was close.
Alright, Fringe. Fringe is important. Whenever you get a new Cremo, always Fringe. But what I want to do is do this. Separate the two, and we now have heal for Merity. Yes, we definitely need that. I think this is the way out. Well, it is, but I thought there was a shortcut somewhere. Take that. Alright, let's go for a Super Lightning Blade.
Dragon Flash!
Dragon Flash. Alright.
That was barely a warm-up.
This is good. We're going pretty swimmingly with Eternia right now, so I'm kind of happy with what we're going through. I think this might be the way out. I don't think this is the way out. No, this is definitely not the way out. I think there's like a shortcut to the far left. Okay, I'm gonna use a holy bottle to make sure that I find my way out, because the natural experience we're getting is okay, but I also want to make sure we progress. So let's just use a holy bottle and figure our way through. Maybe it's to the far left. Oh no, oh wait. Oh, okay, so I was going the right way. Okay, let's just go there. And I think I gotta fall down this thing here. Well, not to the. Can we do this?
Dragon Flash!
Oh jeez. Try again. Gotta stop running into the enemies thinking that that's a good idea. Did you just pierce my block? It's like Donkey Kong Country 2 all over again.
Dragon Flash!
There we go. Low HP though, but that fog move is certainly annoying. I guess that's not a way to get out then. Okay, which way is to get out? My holy bottle literally just ran off. Man, now I'm remembering how quick these holy bottles like get burnt away. Is this the way out? No, I don't see anything. I guess it's up here. Oh, try again. Alright, let's just go down here. Ooh, that's actually... Oh, wow, I'm glad I fell down here, actually. Mental Ring? Yeah. 1 TP regen? Yeah, that's good. Alright, now this will take us back out. Raz is dizzy. And Quickie's dizzy, too. Oh, I remember how mimetic this line is, a little bit. I remember I first saw this line, I'm like, did he just say what I thought he said? Yeah, yeah. Okay, Raz. Out of context, yeah. But yeah, Raz is going to be leaving us, unfortunately. First kill, now Raz. We're going to be going through a rotating door of fourth protagonist, basically. Fourth playable character. So, next character we'll just be running into, I suppose. And I like a game that did that too. Like Final Fantasy II, if I recall correctly. Every other dungeon, you lose a character and you gain another character. Like, that sounds really familiar to me. Raz was fun to play as, though. That Dragon Flash is so overpowered. But man, does it cost a lot of TP. Reid really wanted to shirk off the responsibility to Raz too, huh? I mean, I guess we're slightly behind, but to be honest, I think we're an okay pace. For Eternia, yeah, I say we're an okay pace. We might have to end it off soon before we get to the next location. Oh, we got his equipment, that's for sure. What was his equipment anyway? Welcome back, Keel. Welcome back to the party. I hope you're joining us. Pretty sure you are, right? Was, anyway. Uh-oh. Keel suspicious. You have to make Merity cry. Yeah, Fair really knows straight up what to say for moments like this. So good. Ah, the fire Cramel. Some really hot place. Here you go! Here's the aerial board, one of the best things ever in this game, I'd like to say. Yeah, basically our aerial board is our way to traverse the map across water and whatnot, but I think you can still run into encounters while you're going across land with it. We already fringed, Merity. Sorry. I think we can say no to this tutorial if I recall. Oh, I guess not. Well, never mind, you could. And this is a big thing with this game. Cramel fringing, it's kind of amusing, but it's just too bad you can't have access to all the spells, but I guess that's some way of them balancing it in a way. Keel, you figure out the rest. Yeah, they have numbers beside the levels for the level gauges for the Cramels, but they don't have it for like Reid and Farah. All they have is the gauge, but no level number beside them. Alright. The next area we're definitely gonna do some shopping, that's for sure. And we're getting close to our next break period, so I want to make sure that we are prepared to go once we get there. Oh yeah, you definitely do run into encounters. Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh geez, we are low on health. Or I'm low on health. I must camp. Alright. Forgot about healing myself after all those fights. But yeah, let's get the area board going again, and let's see if we could bring ourselves all the way to, let's see here. All the way to a very hot place. Actually, does anybody have anything to say about that very hot place?
Let's make sure we comb all of the hot spots.
Okay. Informative. Thank you, Keel. Alright, don't we have an Eternia map, or am I crazy? Okay. Okay, cool, so we're not particularly far away. We just gotta, like, go straight forward here, I suppose. Or make our workaround. Nah, let's go straight forward. Keep on pushing through. Once we get to the next place, I think we'll do a little bit of errands there, and then I'll get to the next location, and we'll be ready to go on our second break for today. And our hot place is all the way right over here. Good old Chambord. I wonder... Oh no. Really? You're gonna make me go into an encounter right before I go inside? Might be a good idea to run. Yeah, might be a good idea to run. Get out of here, guys. Ah, okay. The The city of scorched sand. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick save here first. And then we're gonna do some exploring in this town, and then we should be good to go to the next area in a bit. There are some things we're definitely gonna pick up here. Items, ingredients, things like that. I think there's definitely one thing I do want to pick up while we're here, that's for sure. Okay, so Chambered, what we're gonna do is, why are you in the way, NPC? Move. Thank you. And, let's see if we can pick up some stuff here. Oh, you look familiar. It's Irene. I think she was Eileen in the Tales of Destiny PSX translation, but yeah. You know, she just teleported to another universe altogether. And she keeps track of the lens that we pick up throughout the game. And we're gonna get some special treats for the items that we pick up, essentially. Yeah, we definitely need to restock on life bottles, orange gels, sure. Spectacles, why not? And that should be good for us. Actually, let's take a look at our equipment again, see if there's anything I'm missing. Maybe the mental ring should go to either Keel or Merity, but I feel like I definitely need to upgrade their stats or upgrade some of their equipment. I'm looking at it here. Okay, Arc Wind is gonna be. I don't really like Arc Wind too much. Oh, is this the one that poisons? Oh, I don't think it does. Okay, I think we optimized everybody. Let's head further down here and see what we got to pick up. Ah, the hot shot. Stuffed snake may be used as a cane. What the? Alright. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? Offense is the best defense. No, we need some defense. I like how they're both like polar opposites. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's so expensive. I think there is one thing I definitely need to pick up though. We gotta go further south, go inside here. And oh, yes, hello. She now knows how to get to Inferior City. Oh geez, 30k? Pharaoh's like, stop it. Stop bartering this innocent person. That shopkeep at the far left kind of reminds me of Innis a little bit. Just a bit. Let's see. We need some... I think we need a blue ribbon. Do we need blue ribbons? I guess I need one. Oh wait, no, I should buy their armor. Actually, no, they're both okay. Oh no, kitchen mittens will be really good right now. So we're gonna buy 2 of those. It's a little bit expensive, but we're gonna have to work with what we got here. Because we're gonna start selling some of our equipment here a bit. I wish you could like reorganize these, but unfortunately you can't reorganize this stuff. Get rid of iron arms, chain arms. Hydra dagger might be useful, but we definitely gotta get rid of this. Get rid of bastard sword, knight saber, and I think we should be good money-wise. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. These 2. Okay. Do we really need a blue ribbon? I guess we don't. Okay. For my bonus pay. Alright. There's some ingredients. Wait, actually, we need to go to the inn. There's a very important thing there for us. This isn't the inn. I think the inn is all the way... not down here, but to the right? Wait, no, I was just there. Where should I go for the inn? I think it's over here. Oh, treasure. Yes, Elven boots. That helps with mobility, of course, while you're in battle. I want to give that to one of my mages. Mental ring should go to Keel. This should go to me, I want to say. And this should go to Farah. How much time we got left? We got a bit of time. Where the heck is the inn? I'm guessing this is it. Okay, cool. Reason why I want to go here is because there's a very important recipe we have to learn. It is... I want to say it's essential, because it does a lot. We just gotta get past these cats. Ooh, 1,000 gold. Is it one of these cats that's the Wonder Chef? Wait, no. Wonder Chef is in the bed. For some reason. This one is an important one you need. This one you learn carbonara pasta. It restores 40% HP and 60% TP, or the other way around. It restores a lot, basically. So you want to get this recipe before you leave. It's very important that you pick it up. Okay, so after that, we need to go further on northwest and further down southwest. Go back to the other screen, I mean to say, and we're gonna see this beautiful restaurant that Reid's ready to chow at. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, what's it all about, Reid? It's a high-class place. Yeah. Farah, go off. Oh, cooks fight in the kitchen. As much as I want to do that, we're not going to do that yet, because we may have an opportunity to explore it, but part of me kind of wants to reach a checkpoint, though. Oh, it's so cold. He says that he examines the cold stuff. I do want to buy food, though. We need the carbonara ingredients right away. This. And we need this. Okay, I think we got everything for carbonara. Carbonara. Oh, milk. We definitely need milk. Where's the milk? Here we go. Okay, perfect. Anything else that we need? We should rest at the end, but other than that, I think there is something that we should examine here. I think there's a lens somewhere here, if I recall. Maybe it's upstairs? It's probably upstairs. Yeah, it's probably upstairs. How did I get back out? Okay, there we go. And if we head on to the left here, I think there's some kind of, Oh, it's another Wonder Chef. Hey, what's up? Seafood pasta, I don't think it's as useful as the carbonara. I think a lot of the seafood recipes you learn here are just all based on buffs, basically. Okay, and I think... Where is it again? Yeah. Oh, actually, no, that's really good. Large amount of allied HP? Oh, color me corrected. But I want to save the pasta for the carbonara. I think the carbonara is much more worth it. I think the lens was here, right? There it is. Alright. And there's one more lens at the front, which I missed. We'll get there soon, but let's have Reid examine the tasty fish. Alright, and please move out of the way. Thank you. We get further down south. We're gonna play a little bit of... We're gonna get the lens right over here first. And we're gonna play a minigame that returned in Tales of Berseria called that's Chamballoon. Yes, that minigame that you saw in Tales of Berseria, that's why it's called Chamballoon, because it's named after this town, Chambord. I don't think I will be able to do well, because I'm kind of like worried about the next checkpoint. But we're gonna try real quick, if I remember how it goes.
Demon hammer.
Oh, you know what? I need a Tempest Strike for this to work.
Yes.
If I don't... Oh, did I barely make it? Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's like, I think 5 or 10 levels. I remember spending time here playing it. It's a fun little minigame to play, and it's cool that they brought it back for a modern game and still kept the name, too. Chamballoon. Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, we all have our health and everything. And it's time for us to move on forward and get ourselves prepared for the next dungeon, which will be happening after the break. Wow, I anticipated we'd be able to make it there, so we're back on track in terms of checkpoints, but again, we're going to be going a little bit longer and whatnot with regards to this. I don't know why they kept the name in Berseria when Abyss had Batacaloon. Oh, I forgot Abyss had it, actually. Huh. Well then. I had no idea. I have nothing to say about that. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. No, don't waste your TP. Alright. Are we at the right place? Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna get off here. We're gonna do our quick save. And yeah. We are ready for the next break. So yes, we'll be back for I'll be back in about 75 minutes. So I'll see you guys then.